It's a rather cool morning. We actually got snow showers today. So, unfortunately, that means no RC cars. Um, Parts to get here, or, you know, uh, see here. Really, no parts. Everything's done. So, the truck, like I said, I wanted to change the winch out. I changed the winch. I put a different winch on it. It still works through the remote. Actually, kind of goes with the truck a little better than when it was on it. So I put a different winch on it. And these guys here, the Jeep is left Jacksonville, Florida, and it's on its way to Michigan. That's all I know at this point. I think the 12th, but usually they get here a little earlier. But yep, I did take it out and run it a little bit. You can see the dirt on the tires yesterday, but unfortunately it was like, oh, there's just so many flipping leaves out right now. So that would be no fun. I'm just tightening up the vise. Good friend of mine got me this. Then his son gave me this drill press. So it's kind of cool. It fit really good in that cabinet. So I got a drill press, a grinder, and a vise. I left this area opened up because in summertime when I need more light, this is a nice place to work on stuff. But yep, we put a new I put a new winch on here yesterday. Well, I had this winch. It was on the Land Cruiser, but I put it on here and it plugged right into the existing electrical, so there's no, so it works off the controller, so that's cool. I got a light kit right there setting, waiting for the Jeep because I'm gonna fix the tail lights. And I was looking into it, and they did have marker lights on the 1941 Willys, so the side lights. So I'm gonna get them working and the tail lights working on it. So, yeah, but that's all cleaned up basically. That's cleaned up. Here in the next, I don't know, few weeks. Well, could happen sooner. I'm moving all these things inside. I bring them in the house. The batteries will come inside. The chargers, everything will come inside, and I'll put them inside out of the wet because it gets cool out here. It gets like 14 below. It's 14 below zero times up here, so it gets cold enough in here. You don't want to be in here. It's cool in here right now today, so you know it's like okay. I didn't do this yesterday, and don't worry, I'm a professional. Let's see here. I try to start this once in a while. There we go. I try to start it up. I won't leave it run that long in here. I'm not that. It will not be driven in. Well, I don't run it in the winter time. It's good part. So I just sit there and run up a few and shut it down. But because I do that every now and then because it does have turbos. Then I start smelling exhaust like I'm doing now. I know it's not went through the cold cycle, but um, but I yeah, when you start smelling exhaust, the parts will be here tomorrow for this. The part will be here. So I can get that done, get the plow on it, and get things moved around in here. I'm gonna try to see if I can stuff this in the shed with my lawnmower. I don't know if it'll fit in there or not, because the Sportsman will set here, but yeah, over here, like I said, I took this and I did change out the winch. I put this winch on it. It kind of goes with the red and black. You know, look underneath there. It's red and black. And we got a red and black winch. These winches, they work. They're just mainly for looks, you know, make it look cool. You can use these, but it has to be assisted. In other words, use the winch and use the RC car to help power it to get it through. But like I said, these guys here are waiting for the Jeep to get here. I think it's the 12th. It's supposed to be here. I did order the top for it. With my Prime deal, I got it for $6, $20 part. So I did order it yesterday. But yep. So I'm just trying to figure this out, which is the best time to do live streams. Oh yeah, by the way, I was talking about the Jeep and the mods you gotta do. Right here it is. This dry shaft is gonna replace the dog bone in it. This is what I did to the Land Cruiser, and I ordered another one. If you got one, there's some numbers for you. I'm assuming those are it, but it's Globract, but this is what I put in the Land Cruiser. And what I end up doing is I separate it, and I will take some off here, and I'll take the piece that goes inside, I'll take some off there. That lets me shorten it to whatever length I need to. Then I can just extend it out to hook it up. So I can physically take this thing, cut 3/16 of an inch off it here, and take the same off the inside, and I can shorten this by that much. And that's basically what I end up doing. So this is for the Willys Jeep when it gets here. So I'm already starting to get stuff for it, but that's not going to get too many accessories. So I'm just putting that on there because that's the weak spot. I did the same thing to the Land Cruiser, and like I said, this is a two-piece. It goes in or comes out, obviously, depending on what you need. So this outer piece here, I cut it. I'll cut it accordingly. Then the inner piece, I pull it out apart, and I'll cut the inner piece about the same distance. That lets me shorten this dry shaft to where I need to be. I haven't done it yet because I want to do it when the car's here, but that'll let me shorten this. Then I just take, they give you right here dry pins right there, and sometimes those dry pins don't work. So what I do is where you got the Allen bolts holes here, right there, is I will just put cap screws in there and Loctite them in place against the hole. And that's what I did to the Land Cruiser, and it's working fine. So otherwise, you got to use low C dry pins. But like I said, this is waiting for the Jeep to get here. And when it gets here, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do that. I'm doing the shocks. I'm gonna check the differential grease. Make sure there's grease in them, because a lot of times they don't put enough grease in them or no grease at all. When I got this thing with the original axles, there was absolutely no grease in it. I had to grease everything. I had to go through the whole front and rear axle, and I checked the transmission in it and everything else, made sure that was all good. So, but yeah, so this is going to go in the Willys Jeep when it gets here. Then I'll just put If I need to, I'll just put set screws in these holes and Loctite them in, and they'll tight up. And if you notice, there's a little raised ridge. You can see it right there. You grind that off too. You take that right off there, and that lets it, gives you some more, helps it fit better. Because sometimes when you put this in there, if you don't grind it down, the holes don't line up to the motor and the divorce transfer case. So that's what, that is what that's for. Then like I said, up here, I got this magic bag. These are light kits. I actually have two of them in here. I have here's the Tamiya one. Here's the instructions for it. This is made to plug-in receiver. And this one here is a kit I ordered. And it has this box, basically. And you basically, there you go. This plugs into your receiver right here. And this will plug into your receiver. And actually, this instruction sheet is for this one. Well, this plugs into your receiver. But the problem with that is, see there what they give you? You got 3 wires. So what you do is you plug this in, then you plug your receiver wires into here. So you got 3 plug-ins. And this is a full light kit, which has turn signals, tail lights, and everything else with it. So it's possible I may just put that right on the Jeep, just replace everything in it. These bulbs will be brighter in here too than what's in the Jeep. I am going to distress the Jeep. I'm going to go through it and make it look old. And this kit here, actually, I bought for the Land Cruiser, which I already did lights for it. I got a cargo net wrapped up in here. But you can see these are all channel 1, channel 2. These are all wired, and then here's channel 2, and there's channel 3 in here somewhere too. But then this unit you just kind of stick in there, and there's channel 3 right there. So this works the same way. Just you plug your, like say you plug your receiver wires into here, then this plugs into receiver. So then you just mount this box in there. So it's possible. I may put this in the Jeep and replace the existing wiring in it. So it will have tail lights, run lights, and it has a place for turn signals, but those bulbs won't be used because the truck doesn't have turn signals. So what I do is, if whatever the turn signals are, I will just take the harness and I'll just cut these at appropriate length that I can use them over, and then I'll just tap them off or cap them off and not use them. So that's kind of the issue with that. Here's the instruction sheet for it. This one's pretty much self-explanatory. They give you everything here. So if I get this all opened up for you guys. Right here, these are all your LED lights and the cargo net wrapped up in there, a little cargo net. Get that out there. There it is. But these are all the LED lights, you know. Then this one, you know, I have 2 options here actually. I can use this in the Jeep, which has fewer lights, if you notice, and use this one in the Jeep and save this for something else. But, you know, these, are little smaller lights. Like you see here, shows the diameter of these lights. So then you got two big lights. These are obviously going to be the headlights right here. These are your headlight bulbs. Then you got the red and black. You see there's two red and black. These are your tail lights. Then the rest of these are like marker lights and stuff like that. So, you know, it's possible I may do this setup and just save this for something else. But so that's kind of where I'm at with these. These weren't. This kit was that badly priced either. If you're thinking about getting one, but it may end up. This may go in the Willie's Jeep right here. Like I say, you plug these in, then you plug your radio, your other set of leads into here. If I'm not mistaken, it's how it's made to go. Then you're ready to go. Otherwise, if I got the room, I can just use that one. Either way. Yeah, they give you, right here, kind of they give you kind of a, I can get so you can see it, but they give you, tell you where to plug stuff in, basically. So these are my two options. I know it'll come with running lights and a headlights and aircraft light, but there's no tail lights on it. So depending on how easy it is to get the mechanism out of there, because it'll come with like I think a 5-channel, 6-channel radio. So depending on how it, easy it is to get the light kit out of it, I just may put a different light kit in it. So I got the kit here, that one there, or this one. This one here, obviously we got, these have got to be your headlight bulbs. Then we got another set of bulbs here, probably one set are headlight, one set are tail lights. And these are all your marker lights. So, and this just, like I say, you plug this in there's double leads here if you notice. So you plug these into your channels, then you plug your channels in that you unplugged into this. So this setup's a whole heck of a lot easier to use than this set. And these aren't that badly priced. Then you just put this, servo tape this thing down. So it depends on how fancy I want to get. I think either one will work. So it just matters which one I want to use for it. So I got that, and there's my drive shaft to go to the front. And that's the same one you'd use on the Land Cruiser. Use that same drive shaft. I just had to modify it a little bit to put it in there, but it worked on the Land Cruiser and it worked great. So, but like I said, I did change out this. I put a different winch on it. I ran it, powered up the truck, and if you notice, I kind of straightened out the wire in it. Before it was kind of not really good, so straightened out the wire, cranked it in. I did take it out, but there's so many flipping leaves right now, like where I normally would run with my videos. You're running through 3-4 inches of leaves at a time, and I mean, it's kind of cool, but if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna use something bigger. Weather permitting, at some point, we'll get the Land Cruiser out again, take it for a run. I've already done one with the Jeep, with with a laser. And if you notice the video, I just, on my featured videos, it shows this blazer. This body is the original body it was on that truck when it was raced. And yes, it did win the race. And this is the body it was on that truck. That's how I never bought a new one. I just cleaned it up, buffed it out, sanded it out, and put it back on here. I did paint the bumpers because I did put 2 new bumpers on it. I just painted them black because they get scratched up. You paint them matte black. So, but the grill has been replaced. The bumpers are replaced. I put new mirrors on it. The door handles are original. All the decals I did change out. So, and I did put rock sliders on it. So, but yeah. So, getting back to this, I'm thinking I just got to get my old glasses out at some point so that I can figure out, you know, okay, they just tell you we're on here. Okay, this is the instructions for here. Where's the instructions for this one? Is this the instruction for this one? Okay. These are winch instructions. So on here, they just tell you where all these connectors go. So this is instruction sheet for this one. That was the issue with this one. I got this and no flipping instruction sheet. So I'm gonna have to figure out, I think because of that, I think I'm better off using this kit because it's pretty easy to plug in. You just gotta plug the wires in, run the wires, shoe glue them in place, unplug your receiver, plug this into the receiver, and then plug the receiver wires into this on the appropriate channels, mount this in there, clean up the wiring, you're done. So I think that's the best way I can go. And this thing here, sometime or another, at some point, I'll just play with it because, yeah, they never gave me no instructions with this thing. And I just, at some point, we'll just play around with it, try to figure out what goes where, you know. I'm assuming it doesn't matter, but if you got channel 1, 2, and 3, I'm assuming these have to be plugged in appropriately into the receiver, then the receiver wire's got to go into here appropriately, into the right ports. So I'll have to figure that one out. So it has, yeah, these are just lights. These are light kits. So mess of spaghetti here. So I got to figure out which one I would want to use. This one, which is, to me, is easier, which I made up doing that, is put this kit on it, pull the stock lighting setup. All it is they have a harness in there for your headlights, and it plugs into your receiver, so when you turn the receiver on, the lights come on. So I can unplug it, and if I can get the bulbs out of the headlight sockets and, you know, plug these into it, the back is already set up to take bulbs, so I just plug these bulbs in the back, whatever the appropriate bulbs, and I just shoe glue everything up underneath it to hold it in place, and we're ready to go. So I can actually mount this to the bottom side of the body. We're not on the chassis. I can put it on the body itself and up underneath there. And so all this will be with the body. The only thing be coming down would be the wires to the receiver for the 3 channels. So I think I talked myself into it. I'm going to use that one. So I got this and this then. And I ordered the canvas top for the Jeep. I ordered the Jeep, which it should be here. I got it for $299 for it. So I think it was $312 is what it ended up costing in free shipping. So it's on its way. So I don't figure that was too bad. I paid more than that for this one. This was almost $350 some. So it's the same company. So I know what to expect and what I have to do on it when it gets here. It'll have a 35 turn motor, which I may, it'll be fine. These guys are waiting patiently for it to get here. Bud and Levon. So they're sitting there waiting. But, yep. You know what? I got to say this, guys. I know a lot of you watch, you don't comment. That's okay. I'm not going to push that. But I did a live stream yesterday, and I had 6,500 views. Thanks to you guys. People coming and going. You know, if you come and go in, I don't know if you know this or not. When a person does a live stream like that, if you come in and watch for like 30 seconds, 15 seconds, that counts as a view to me. So that just helps me out. And I appreciate it. You don't have to watch whole live streams. I'm not going to force nobody into doing that, but I appreciate you guys. I was thinking this, they're in here. If I can get this out without dropping stuff. I have some tires in here, and I've been thinking about it. 1, 2, I already got some inserts, 2, 3. I got some Super Swampers. Let's see here. Get this over here and set them there a minute because I dropped the jug and I want to make sure there's no oil running out of it. It's extra oil for a lawnmower. It hasn't been opened. But I have these tires. These are Super Swampers. And I've been thinking maybe I should put them on there. They're more of aggressive tires, you know. They're actually off my Red Cat. I have these right here. We use these. I have some foams. They're not two-stage, they're just foams. So I have foams. I think these foams even came out of these. So I have foams and tires, and I can put them on here. They're more of an aggressive tire, you know, size-wise. They're slightly bigger, not much, but see them? They're Super Swampers, and yeah, just throw some foams in them and put them on there and see what they look like. So I may do that today and take these off. These work great, but they're so smooth. I noticed that when I was trying to climb the hill in one video with it, it wasn't working well. I had to push it up. So I'm thinking I'm going to pull these off. I'm going to try these Super Swampers on here. And these are a licensed tire too. They're licensed, they're coming to Red Cat and they're licensed. So they're an actual licensed Super Swamper tires. So, you know, put them on here. I forgot I even had these till I was digging around looking for stuff one day. But yeah, so I got all that stuff sitting there. So I'll end up putting them on there. I have all kinds of extra tires and rims here now. These are extra tires, no rims. And you go back here, and I got another set of tires here and rims. So I got all these tires sitting here. And debating, I put them on the red cat, but I may put these tires back on it. Put these back on it and go from there. But yeah, that's my plans. Willie's Jeep, my Grando, which is now Leroy. Put these tires on it, on the rims, and that'd be my plans. It's just starting to get daylight up here. But this is going to be a rather short live stream, guys. It's kind of cool out here. My nose is running, and my wife's got to go to a doctor's appointment, and so. But I'll probably end up backing out of here at some point. But I hope you like this quick little update of what my process is going to be today and what's going to happen with the Jeep when it gets here. I'm going to keep it pretty much military stock looking. I'm not going to stick some big old tires underneath it and make it to a newer, like people are doing with them. I'm going to leave it alone because we have my 2 soldiers here, and they're going to ride around in it. So, yeah, before I go, if it really helped me out a lot, guys, if you can, give me a big thumbs up. I got 1 thumbs up so far, and I appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe, if you will, because if you got a legit channel also, if you have a channel, I'm not going to subscribe to, not being mean, I'm not going to subscribe to a channel that doesn't have anything, but I will subscribe to you. And then when you come in and, you start making comments and talking with me, I'll give you make you a moderator. So, but this will be my little project for the day when my wife's gone to the doctor's. I'll change these tires and wheels out, and this stuff here is waiting for the Jeep to get here. I'm going to use all this wiring kit and use that on the Jeep. Then I'm going to get some matte, clear coat, matte finish, and I'm going to strip the Jeep apart this winter, and I'm going to spray everything matte clear, and I'm even going to do the rims. Then I've seen guys go as far as they'll make the windows look dirty and all that. I'm not going to do all that, but I'm going to make the Jeep look more of a dull OD green like it should be, for military. So, but yep, waiting on that. This I can do today. This here kit, I'm not going to use. I'm going to put it away, and at some point, I'll get a receiver. I'll have something opened up, and I'll just quick plug it in, and I can figure it out how to hook it up, because they didn't give me anything. This is a instruction sheet for a winch hookup, so which I already know how to do them, and this is the instruction sheet for this one. So that was the thing. They sent me that with no instruction sheet, so I'd sit here and try to figure out what goes. So these Super Swampers are going on the 4Runner here. Pulling these tires off. I'm going to mount the Swampers on those rims. These are a soft, about a medium foam, but you can see how they got the pattern. These were the original that were in here. So we'll put these in on back in here. I don't run those fancy foams. Most time I got stuff that's sitting heavy. You can see these tires are actually squatty now, just sitting here. It's getting heavier. I'm adding weight to it, so I'm gonna put, like this truck here, these are the foams that come with it, and this, even when you put weight on it, these tires will squat, so then I use the same ones on this tire. I'm gonna tell you right now, after running this and this, I know this one isn't fast. This is the fastest of the two. The Blazer is. This has a 21 turn motor. This has a 21 turn. As far as fun, this one is fun as far as there's really no place you can't run it. I mean, if you want to go play in the rocks with it, you could. You know, rocky ledges or someplace you could do it. This one here, you're kind of limited because of the height of it, but I didn't want it really tall. And you can see the 4 lengths are, you know, I got her almost straight in there. I lowered it down, actually. I wanted it to lower, so. But this one here works good for a trail truck, so. It has a 2-speed transmission in it and everything else, so. But. So that's gonna be my plans for the day. Is I'm gonna pull the wheels off this, pull the bead locks apart. I'm gonna mount these super swampers on the truck and just take these tires and put them aside. Eventually I'll find a use for them and use them for something else. But if you can, if you're watching, do me a favor, hit that, give me a thumbs up. I'd like to go, you know, it's like, I was trying to get it yesterday. I'd like to get at least a, 20, 30, 40, 50 thumbs up on a live stream. It helps YouTube know where to go with me as far as the analytics. And I seem to do pretty good with live streams. Maybe it's because I'm giving you updates on what I'm going to do or doing. So, but yep. So eventually, all this stuff will come inside for the winter. I'll put it in our. We got a guest bedroom. I'll set it in there. It'll stay there through the winter. Then in the spring, I'll bring it back out here, and these shelves will be all emptied out. The airplane will stay, and I'm still debating on that. I keep offering it to people, and nobody contacted me, but that's a $1,500 airplane sitting there waiting for a home. So it could very well be anybody's here. You just gotta let me know. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. My wife's gotta go to the doctor pretty soon. And I'm going to just hang tight and wait to hear from her. She has some health issues. So I appreciate each and every one of you coming in, hanging out with me. And this is Trail Rider 57 saying goodbye. Goodbye. And this is from my heart. Goodbye and God bless. And I will see you on my next, could be anything. Could be UTV ride. It could be live streams. I've been doing them because it's working really well for me. And also, when that Jeep gets here, I'll pick the day after, and I'll open it up, do a live stream. I'm gonna have a full live stream set up. I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna unbox it, and I'm gonna start some of the work that needs to be done on it during that live stream. So, weather permitting, of course. I may have to move to a warmer area to do this, but when it gets here, we'll do that as well. So, I will post it. Look for my community tab. I will post it in there when I'm going to be doing it. If you go to my YouTube channel. It says community, click on there. And there's a community tab. If you subscribe to me, it'll pop up and you'll see my updates. So I will see you guys next time. And like I say, from my heart to you, goodbye and God bless. And I will see everybody for now.